Hello, and welcome to Learning by Connecting Education Therapy. I'm Dr. Christine Powell. I'm the founder and lead education therapist, and I'm glad you're here. Whether you're seeking education therapy at the recommendation of your child's doctor or whether it's through a recommendation of the school, you have heard about education therapy and maybe have some questions about what the onboarding process would look like for your child. So I'd like to cover that in this video. Number one, our consultation process. Number two, our onboarding process. And number three, what education therapy looks like. Stay with us. We offer prospective parents a 15-minute phone call. That's a consult phone call that we ask them some poignant questions that lets us understand their child's situation better. These questions include: what are your child's current challenges and issues? What have you tried so far, and why hasn't it been successful? Number three, does your child have an IEP? Number four, what does success look like? If education therapy was to prove successful, what would that look like in terms of success markers for your child and you as well? Most parents ask the question about, how will this help my child? So I often tell parents that your child is unique. We implement a one-to-one program with your child. I personally work with every student so far within my own practice and understand how they learn best. Parents often ask how education therapy is different from tutoring. And I tell them that education therapy is getting to the root of the problem. When your child goes to a tutor, they typically teach subject matter expertise, whether that's in math, English, science, or history. They're understanding the content, not the learning strategies. In education therapy, we may work with a student that has attention deficit disorder, and those students may have difficulty, staying focused in class. They may have trouble turning assignments in on time. They may have trouble with planning for the future. And when we meet with a child, we're able to go into their school portal. We're able to see the level of classes that they're taking. We're able to understand what teachers are giving feedback, how they're turning in assignments, if they're turning them in late, and what their current grades are. We understand the rigor of their classes because, as educators, we're able to navigate teacher language and translate that into student language that they're better able to understand. We also work with students to advocate for themselves, to email teachers, to submit assignments, to frame essays, anything that's going to help them gain agency over their learning. We meet once a week for a 15-minute session where we dig into their education portals. We teach them how they learn best and being able to access, whether that's video or auditory um, aids and techniques, that they understand their learning process and how it's going to work for them when they access their school information. It's a complicated process, and we don't promise miracles, but we can say that after 4 sessions, we meet with the child and the parent again, and we go over what we've covered so far, the strategies that we've implemented, and we want full transparency. Working with a child is not just the child. We're working with the parent, we're working with the school. It's a holistic approach. I will often text students after our sessions with the parents also tagged on the text so they understand the communication. I give a summary of everything we discussed in our session so the parents can follow up at home, whether it's that the student needs to turn in something, study for a test, get supplies for a big project. So we increase communication within the home surrounding academics. The ongoing process of education therapy is more of a check-in. It's being able to have a student face to face with an education therapist and go over those areas, goal areas where a student continually needs reinforcement, whether that's planning their assignments, looking long term into projects or opportunities they want to apply for. Also, being able to be reflective about behavior and choices that they've made in relations to their academics. Our success rate is absolutely phenomenal. If you think education might be the right choice for your child, please reach out. Again, we offer a 15-minute, no stress consult where we can discuss your child and see together if you believe this will make a difference.